I posted video yesterday of this engine here. This is my cheap 350. It's a GM Marine crate motor that I picked up for 150 bucks, disassembled. The bores don't look good. They've got, some rust in them. I've got to hone out. But the motor came apart and it's just absolutely clean. The bearings are fresh. The rings are perfect. Everything looks great on this motor. But what am I going to do with it? Well, that's a good question. I haven't been able to sort out yet exactly what I'm going to do, and I'll go into why here with you. This is Way Cool Jr. It's my '89 Chevy stepside that I picked up cheap for a tow pig, and I did a lot of work on it. This truck's been gone through fairly well. I still need to reinstall air conditioning on it. The front suspension is all brand new. I built this motor several years ago for our '99 Suburban. Ended up scrapping the truck, kept the motor. It's a 4-bolt main block 350 stock bore. I put some flat top pistons in it. It's got Vortec heads on it, and it's got a Summit Racing dual plane intake. It's got a Holley Sniper on it. I'm running a Lunati 2008-0720 cam, which is a 507/515 lift with something like a 230 duration. It's a truck cam, but it's a nice big truck cam. I haven't touched the Vortec heads at all. What I did was I put a set of Beehive valve springs with some CompCan 787-16 retainers and with some umbrella valve seals that allows me to run that 515 lift without doing any machine work to the heads. Got some headers on it. The compression ratio should be about 9.7 to 1. So, even though I've got the stock air cleaner, I cut out the little baffle inside here, so I've got good flow into the engine. Dual plane intake with a Holley Sniper. It can provide all the fuel it needs. The Sniper was actually fairly easy to install. I've had some problems with it. Some of the components Holley used weren't quite up to snuff. I had to adjust the throttle plates on the Sniper to get it to open and close correctly. Some teething issues with it, but once I got it hooked up and running, the Sniper is fantastic. It runs great, runs flawlessly. That said, I've put 2 oxygen sensors in this truck now, and I can't figure out why it's burning up oxygen sensors. I'm going to have to look into that. But with the high compression, open exhaust, the exhaust is dual 2.5 inch all the way out with a crossover pipe. I've got catalytic converters on it. I've got Cherry Bomb Salute mufflers on it, a little bit louder than I like. But all in all, it's been a good running motor, except that it keeps leaking oil. And when it's idling, I've got over 50 pounds of oil pressure. It's pegging out the gauge, so I've got to look into that and figure out why my oil pressure is so high. So this motor's got to come back out. And I also have a coolant leak that I hadn't been able to sort out. I'm going to pull this engine back out. The thing about this motor is it is an extremely torquey motor. When I put Roscoe on the trailer and hauled it home, I was not hurting for power. It did not slow this truck down having this much weight behind it. So I really like this motor. For being a 350, it's still an excellent towing motor the way it's set up. So this engine I really want to put in Roscoe. And that begs the question, what am I going to put in here? This is the original engine out of Way Cool Jr. I kind of dressed it up vintage style. I was going to, I was thinking about flipping this engine, maybe just selling it for somebody's rat rod. I've been thinking about, putting it in a vehicle of my own. I've got the Sunbeam Alpine here that's going to need an engine eventually, and my plan for it is a rotary engine, but that's still a long ways off. I've got to build an entire front suspension for this car, and that's a new adventure for me. I've never built a suspension from scratch, so we'll see on that. But in the meantime, if I need an engine for Way Cool Jr., I could very easily put this back in. Now, it's got a Edelbrock C3BX intake manifold. This is a vintage 1960s style intake manifold. You can see I've put the little angled spacers in here so that it'll bolt onto a TBI head. And these are the original TBI heads for this engine. I've ported them. The engine, right now it's just got an Edelbrock 650. It's got an L79 cam in it, which is the camshaft out of the 327s. The L79 cams in the 327 were something of an RPM cam. They were a hot cam back in the day. By today's standards, it's pretty mild. But in the larger displacement engine here, the 350, it's going to be more of a torque cam. It doesn't have, the cam profile doesn't have enough flow to really make, you know, high-end horsepower, which is great with the TBI heads. Now I've got the accessory drive off of the, I think whenever I bought components for this, I looked at like the 70s Camaros for components. So the belt drive on it, this is all set up to drop into an older style car. So I'd have to redo all that to put it in Way Cool Jr. I've got a points distributor and a coil back here. The exhaust manifolds, the ram horn manifolds, won't work in a truck, so I'd have to take those back off. And basically, I had this dressed out to you know, just as a vintage style, and kind of an exercise for me. I still need to fire it up. I haven't fired it up yet. It's one of those things where I've just got other things going on, and I'm going to have to, you know, make sure I put, you know, I wanted to wait till it warmed up a bit, so whenever I fill up the radiator, you know, if I wasn't sure if I was going to put just straight water in it and then dump it into the yard when I'm done, or if I wanted to put coolant in it. I'll probably end up putting coolant in this system while it's sitting here on the run stand. We'll see. But I still got to fire this engine up and break it in. And with it being a flat tappet cam, that's got me a little nervous. Now, as a quick point, this is a flat tappet cam in here, brand new flat tappet cam, which worries me. This engine that I built for Way Cool Jr., that I built years ago and is in Way Cool Jr., it is a roller cam, and I'm much happier with that. I'm not planning on building any more flat tappet cam motors. So that brings me to, what are my plans for this block? Now you can see here, these didn't come with this engine. These are the lifter holders out of a later LS motor, and they work with the roller cam setup on these motors. What they allow is, if you use the original spider that came with the Vortec motors, and I've got those parts in my parts washer still, those retainers only allow you to run up to about a 530 lift, and then the lifters, when they come up, can caulk in the bores. These will allow you to run up to 600 lift in a 350. The rods and pistons are clean and pristine, the crank's pristine, but the more I look at this, if I'm going to build another engine, I really want to go kind of wild with it. I want to have some fun. And so my thoughts are to top this with a set of AFR Enforcer heads and a single plane intake, big exhaust, and I want to run a cam that's near 600 lift. I don't want over 600 lift. I'm thinking, you know, the 570s, 580s range. Just a nice, big, nasty cam. And at that point, I'm considering stripping Way Cool Jr. for as low weight as I can and slam it down to the ground and racing it. Mostly, you know, if I could take it autocrossing or do fun stuff like that, I think it would be different, and it would be a fun truck to drive with a lot of horsepower under the hood. And I'm very much a naturally aspirated guy. I'm not one of these LS swap everything kind of guys. I don't have any LS motors, but that's kind of my idea of what I would like to do with this engine. However, with money and time getting in the way, you know, I've got to fix my wife's car again. I fixed it last weekend, and it's already acting up again. So, do I want to change out the drive on this engine, the accessory drive, and put it back into a Way Cool Jr. for now? Or do I want to finish cleaning up these heads? And I cleaned one more port on this last night, and then my back started hurting. I went inside. I'm going to do some more work here in the next few minutes and start cleaning up the rest of this head. But am I going to put this head back on this engine with the stock pistons and everything? And I think that's what I'm going to do, is I'm just going to reassemble this motor with the stock crate motor components and put it back into Way Cool Jr. But that's a lot of work, and I still haven't got this in the machine shop. And one of the other considerations is if I'm going to be doing all the modifications to make this a higher horsepower block, you know, do I want to go back together with just a 2-bolt main cap? And honestly, I would like to go with splayed 4-bolt main caps if I'm going to be hot rodding it. And to do that is going to cost me another couple $100 in machine work. And I'm looking at time frames, and I really got to get this truck running again. Roscoe's a long ways from being a drivable truck, so I need this truck to run. So my other option is to pull this engine out and just patch it up, figure out what's going on with it, and put it back in. So you can see my indecision here. I've got 3 different engines I can use in this truck. I need a truck, and I'm always short on time to get this stuff done. Too many projects. So that's a rundown of the 3 small block Chevys I currently have in the shop and what I'm doing with them.